something that we don't talk about in regards to the menopause, and it's been on my mind recently, is this idea of grief. Because grief is about loss, but we always talk about grief in the context of someone who has died, but not in the context of losing who we used to be. And for perimenopausal women, I think there is something to be said for taking a moment to grieve who we once were or who we knew ourselves to be, because it's happening on twofold. One, there's the person that we used to be because we were younger and could do different things and wanted different things and looked different. There's grieving that person. They're no longer around. But also grieving the version of ourselves that we knew ourselves to be prior to the perimenopause symptoms kicking in. So the one who could remember things, the one whose joints didn't ache, the one whose digestion didn't play up because they ate too much gluten. There is something in taking a moment to acknowledge for ourselves that that younger version is gone, but also that particular version that didn't have perimenopausal symptoms is for the time being gone. And once we let that in, it allows for something else. Because one of the things with perimenopause, I think, is that because women generally are expected to carry so much, and that we get criticized whenever we sort of buckle under the weight of what we're carrying, that there's this masking that's going on where we feel like we need to present as competent, because otherwise we'll get criticized for not being competent, and that'll be because we're a woman. Competency is not gender specific. But when we let go of feeling like we have to be the person pre-symptoms, that allows us to show up as we are. And it also is an invitation to the people around us to give us a little bit of grace while we navigate this thing. So on the other side of this grief, which really is just about embracing the transformation, there is an opportunity to be more in our bodies, more lined up with what's actually happening to us, so that we can just be in the world with a little bit more ease.